Hey, what's up my peoples? Go here, the freaking geek himself, and it's time to just transform MPM-14 masterpiece movie Bonecrusher. So without further ado, let's just transform it. So the first thing I suggest you would do is just take this section here and just unclip it and put it off to the side. Just one less thing to be in your way, makes life a lot easier. And now we're going to take these front sections here and we're going to bring them down. Then you're going to take this entire assembly here and rotate it up. Now this does have a clicking point here. When you get here, you feel like, oh, that's as far as it goes, but you want to give it a little bit more. And that'll snap right in place like that. Once you've done that, rotate this section around, and then you're going to bring this in. You have a little tab notch connection right there. Just kind of get that into place, and then make sure that all this is tabbed together right there. And you got it looking like that. And next we're going to take this fender section here, just pull it out slightly just to unpeg it, and this entire section here will just rotate down. And this panel you just flip in like so. You just kind of tuck that up right there and leave it there like that. And on the other side we're going to do pretty much the same thing. On this side though, we have this section here. You want to bring this down, get that out of the way, pull that out, and then rotate all of this down. You can then rotate this bit and swing it in so it's sitting right there. Flip that panel in and just leave those hanging out like that for now. Next we're going to take what will become his legs. Take this whole bottom section here, just untab this, and then you want to split the legs because they do tab into either side here, so you want to untab all of that. Yes, you can bring this down pretty much just a click so you can start working on all of this here. Now for these fenders, you're going to take this section here, pull it out slightly because it does peg in here to the side. Just swing that in. Then you're going to, again, pull this out ever so slightly because there's just a little ridge it sits over. So bring that in, and this section will flip up and over. Collapse that in like that. And we're going to do the same thing on the other side. So just pull that out slightly so you can swing that in. Swing this down, swing this up and over, and swing that in. Next we're going to take these wheels here. They're on a hinge. You're just going to take it and just shift it upward. So you can then take this section here and split it. They do connect in the middle here, so just kind of give it a pull. And this entire door assembly will just swing out like so. Once you've done that, you can bring this back down just to get it out of your way, because you will need to. And do the same thing on the other side here. Just take this wheel, just bring that up. That will help you get the clearance you need to swing this up, and then you can take this and just bring it back down for now. And now you're going to take this whole windshield section, just pop all of this up. Once you do that, you can come in here and flip out these bits. I like to do this now because it honestly makes more sense to do this now. The instructions want you to do it later, but to me it makes a lot more sense to swing these out now. So bring that down, and then you take these panels here and just flip them all the way up and under like that. And now we can take these windshields here and just flip these down, and just tidy things up a little bit there. And now we're going to take this whole back section here. We're going to give it a little wiggle, and it will slide up on a slider here, like so. And we can then pull all of this out like that. And then we can take these side sections here and swing that out. Take the section and swing it out. And now we want to take all of this and just rock it up. Now these hinges here, these are shoulder hinges, so just kind of rock all this up so you have the clearance to now take these panels and swing them up. Make sure that this inside hinge here is all the way up, because it needs to be, so that panel can flip up like that. Same thing here, just make sure this inside hinge is all the way up. It'll snap for you. So that will sit right there. And now we can work on the arms. So now what we can do is we can extend all of this. Maybe the rest of his arms right here. Once that is done, we do want to bring these wheels back up. Just swing these up. The hinges are very tight on these also. Just swing these wheels up. Swing them up. Make sure everything moves independently, and once that is done, we can split all of this. Split all this down the middle, all the way down to the windshield here. So be careful. There we go. Just open it up slightly right now, so we can get the arm situated. So what we're doing here is we're going to take this panel right here, and it's going to swing to the other side. And then all this will swing around, and you have this tab that will go into a slot right there. So just swing that around, and that will just drop right in place right there. Once that is done, you want to take this panel here, open that up, flip this panel back, and then you're going to take all of this and swing this under, push that in, and close it up. Once that is done, you want to take his fingers here, just bring that up and out, up and out, and then bring out the fingers like that. Then you're just going to rotate the arm in, and that will be the proper orientation for the elbow. And you kind of straighten out this elbow joint here, flip this panel down, and there you have that arm all done. And we're going to do the same thing on the other side here. So again, you want to take this section here, swing around to the other side, swing it over, and tab that in right there. Straighten all that out, and you want to take this ladder, fold this down, bring this down, so you can open this up, flip that back, and all of this will just collapse in right there, snap into place, close that panel up. Again, just bring out those fingers, splay them out, so you can bring these fingers out. You can position those however you wish. Then you can rotate that forearm in, and you got that done. Oh, well, almost all done. You want to, again, just kind of straighten out that shoulder there and push that panel down. There you go. So now once that is done, now we can take these shoulders and just swing them all the way out, like so. Just splay them out. Again, just get everything situated, and you got it looking like that. So now what we're going to do is we're going to take these wheels here, and we're going to rotate this armature all the way up. And again, the hinge on this is pretty tight on my copy anyway, so be careful here. So just swing this. You want to bring this up as far as it will go on either side. So again, just use all those hinges there at your disposal so you can get everything where it needs to go. Just bring that all the way up, like that. Once that is done, you're going to take these little arms here, kind of angle these wheels down. Also, they're on hinges, so they'll move. Angle these wheels down. You're going to take these, splay them out, and if you have everything just right, you should be able to bring these up, and they will peg in right to the center of the wheels right there. So if you have it all right, they should just drop right in and look like that. So now you want to take this entire assembly here and just rock it up like so. Make sure you have your clearance here. There's a lot of stuff going on here, so just make sure everything can move. There we go. So rock all of this up so it looks like that. You can take this little crotch plate here and just push that in. It'll tab into place. And now you want to take this panel here, this little chest panel, open it up, and that will allow you to swing his head out. And then you can close this back up. And now these windshields here will just rotate up and just swing up under the arms. Make sure they clear these bits right here. So just bring that all the way up so it looks like that. Again, just rotate that up like that. So that that's done, we're going to take these side panels here. They will tab into the sides. So just bring them in. Give them a little push. Now these side windows here, the instructions aren't specific about what to do with these, but I think they're supposed to rotate down like that. That seems to be the way they sit the most comfortably in robot mode. But once that is done, we're now going to take this entire assembly here, we're going to bring it up, and we're going to have multiple tab slot connections here. We got tabs and slots all happening here, and also these tabs will tab in right up here. So if you got everything sitting just right, and also move these panels in as well, if you have everything just right, all that should just tab right into place like so. And once that is done, you can take these panels here, swing them in, they will meet in the middle, and tab together right there, and that will make your backpack. So now what we can do, well, we can bring his arms down, get them out of the way. Now we're going to take this section here. You got multiple hinges, so just kind of get them all started, start bending them all like so, and this will come up and over this tire. Make sure the tire sits in this little groove here first, and then bring this up and over, and there is a little slot here in the tire that this section right here will drop into. And you just take it, and it'll drop right in, and it will look like that. You're going to do the same thing on the other side. Again, just get all these hinges started like that, and then just bring it up and over. Make sure everything is sitting how it needs to, and just drop that in. And again, that will look just like that. So now we can finally start working on his legs, so we can just bring his leg out. You're just going to rotate it up, and then this section, you just rotate it to the back, like so. You want to open up this bit right here. You want to open it up as far as it'll go, right there. And you have this post that will end up right here in the center of the wheel. So just line that up and plug that in, and then you're going to push this in, and you have a little tab slot connection going to happen right there. Just line it up and just push that in, and that will lock that into place. Once that is done, we're going to rotate the leg 180 at the thigh, and we're going to get his feet all transformed up. So bring out the toe, bring out the heel, bring out this little claw here, bring out this little side claw, and then take this, rotate it out like so. Now in here you have a little bar that's going to come out, and it's going to peg right into the center of the wheel right there. So just line that up and peg that in, and then you have these section right here. They're going to splay out, going to come down, and then you're just going to connect them right there on either side. Just get it lined up. Come on. And of course now it wants to fight me, where it didn't want to fight me before. There we go. And that just pops right in. And there you have a leg all done, and we're going to do the same thing on the other side. So again, bring that whole leg out, rotate that up, and then take this, swing this to the back, open this up, again, open it up all the way. This hinge on mine is a little bit tight, so do be careful if the hinges are a bit tight on your copy. Again, plug that into the wheel, push this in until that pegs into place right there, and then rotate the thigh, open up the toe, open up the heel, open up this claw, bring that claw out, rotate all this around, flip out that support piece, and plug it into the side of the wheel, and then take these little support pieces, splay them out, and just get those into place on either side, like so, and there you have the legs all done. And then you're just going to flip out these waist pieces here, and we're at the home stretch. So the last thing we need to do is take this. We can now plug this back on. Get this clipped in. There we go. So now what we need to do here is take all of this and split it down the middle, like so. Rotate all of this to the back, bring it down against his back, and take these and just bring them up like so. You can take these and rotate them around. You can pretty much pose those however you want. And there you go. There you have MPM-14 Bonecrusher in his robot mode. So now to get him back into alt mode, we're just going to take all this swing it around to the front here. We're going to just straighten these out, bring them together. I'm going to rotate these around so they can connect in the center. Get that all clipped together, and then we're just going to take this whole thing and rip it off, put it off to the side, and make our lives a lot easier. So first we're going to transform the legs, and we're going to start with the support pieces here. Just undo that, and just undo the other side here. Then you just rotate all this up and collapse that in. Unpeg this little support piece here, and just flip that up. Take this whole assembly, rotate it in, then you collapse that in, collapse this claw in, and tuck that in. Then you just take the leg and rotate it 180 at the thigh. And we're going to do the same thing on the other side here, so just undo that, and undo that, bring them up, collapse, undo this, and flip that up. Rotate that 180, collapse that in, flip in that claw, and collapse that in, and rotate the leg 180 at the thigh. Next we're going to undo this piece here, so just pull this up, like so, and then just bring all of this out, rotate the leg forward on that hinge there, and just bring all that forward like that. And then you can take this piece and just collapse this back up. This can be tight, so make sure you kind of grab it more so by the base. So flip that up like so, and we got that side done. Same thing on the other side. Take this, just bring that up as far as it'll go, undo all that, bring it out, rotate that down, and then you can just swing that leg in, take this bit and collapse it back up, all the way up. Again, this is kind of tight, but there we go. Bring that up like that. You can also take these little waist pieces here on either side and collapse those in like that. Next we can take these sections here, unclip it from the wheel, and then just straighten all of that out like that. Same thing on the other side, just undo that, and then just straighten all of this back out. And next you can just unclip these panels here, and we can just undo all of this and rock this down. Bring these panels out so you have the clearance here, and just rock all that down. And now you want to take these windshield sections here, just rotate this down. It helps if you just kind of rock the that front part of the body here. Just bring that down and rotate that down. So rotate this bit down and then rotate that windshield down. And next thing you want to do is undo this crotch panel here. Just take that and bring that down. And now you want to open up this chest panel. It helps if you kind of push it from the back here, because at least on my copy it's a tight hinge. So there we go. Open that up, and then you can take his head and swing it in like so, and then close this back up like that. So at this point now, we can take the arms and just bring them up, and we just want to now just kind of rock the body forward like so. And then we can take this section here and just unpeg that, bring it down, bring those in. Then we can take these wheels and just rotate them down. And again, these hinges are quite snug, so just rotate that down and rotate that down like that. Just get those wheels out and out of the way so it's looking like that. So now we can take all of this and just rock these up. We're not going to tab these two halves together yet because we need to get the arms all situated. So now we just want to rotate the forearm out like so. I'm going to do the hands first, so just take these fingers here and flip them in, and bring in his, I guess, thumbs. Flip that in, take this panel, and close that up. Come up under here, bring out this panel, and pull all of this out, and just leave that out like that for now. Then we can untab this section here, swing it around. We can swing this panel to the other side, and that will just kind of chill there for now. Because first we need to take this and just compress it all the way up like that. We can bring out this little panel here as well, and now I'm going to rotate this wheel down just to make sure things are out of your way. So this panel, bring it down, and this hinge, now the inside hinge, now you just want this sitting at about 90 degrees, and there's going to be a little tab slot connection that happens right in there, so just line that up. If you did it all right, it should just drop right in and look like that. That's the way you want it looking right now. And we're going to do the same thing on the other side. So again, just rotate that forearm, display these two fingers out so we can bring in those fingers, bring these in, flip these in, flip that panel up and over, grab a hold of this panel here and pull all of this out like so. And then we can take this, untab it, swing it around, swing this around also, bring that over there, collapse all this up like that. And again, we can bring up this little panel here on the shoulder so we can angle this up. So we just have some room to operate here. Again, rotate this wheel down so you can get it out of the way, so you have room to operate. Bring this down. Again, you want to bring that inside hinge down a bit to about 90 degrees, and it should just tab in right there like that. And there we have pretty much everything looking the way we want it to look. So now we're going to take these shoulders and we're going to just rock them down so all of this is now sitting flush on either side. So again, just straighten all that out. Drop that down. Again, make sure things are out of the way. And that'll sit right there. And once that is done, now we can start just tabbing everything together. You got a little hook tab that goes over here. Hook tab that goes there. Once that's done, you can bring that up, and you can bring up this little ladder section here as well. Just bring that up and over. And now we can just kind of start tabbing everything together. Make sure these windshield sections also come together like so. Get that all sitting the way it needs to sit, like that. And now we can take this section here and just flip this in, like so. And then you can push that down, and that will sit right there. At this point now, you can take these, again, make sure the wheels are out of the way. Just take those sections here, drop them in, again, get that wheel out of the way. So you can close that up. Get it all situated like that. And now we're going to take these bits here and just rotate these back into the cab. Just flip those in on either side, like so. Then we can just take this and drop that down into place. Now this is another case where you want to have this wheel up here and then rotate it up so it's out of the way so we can do this bit. So we're going to take this window here, bring it up. It does snap into place. You want to take this panel here, you want to fold it in at this hinge, at the top hinge. So it's sitting like that. And then this will all just tuck in right under here. Like so. And then you can do the same thing on the other side. Just take this window here, flip it up, it'll snap into place, bend this panel in at that top hinge. Again, make sure this wheel is up and out of your way so you can just flip all of that in. Just push it all in like so, and the two halves are going to connect right there. So just make sure you have those two halves pushed together. So it's sitting like that. And now we got to do these fender sections here, so just flip this panel out. You have a little post-port connection right there. Just like that. Just drop it into place. Then we're going to bring this section out, flip this down, just bring this up. There's a little angled little lip that's going to sit right over. Pull it out ever so slightly. So it's sitting like that. And we're going to do the same thing on the other side. Second verse is just like the first. So just flip that out. Get that into place. Flip that out. Bring that down. And then just bring that up and over. A little ridge like that. So now it's time to bring the legs together. Now, one thing you want to make sure is that this crotch panel here is sitting behind this section here. So you want it to drop right behind it. Let's give it a push. You should be able to just kind of pop it down. If not, you may have to undo these panels again, but that's fine. There we go. You just want it sitting right behind that, like so. So now what's going to happen, there's a couple things are going to happen. You have an L-shaped tab that's going to go into this L-shaped slot. These side sections here are going to go into slots right in there. And the legs themselves are going to tab together at a couple points. So once you get that in place, it just drops right in. Get that in place. And that should just drop right in. And then you have a connection point right here and a connection point right here at the toes. So you just get that together and get that together and get that all nice and squozen like that. And then you have some tab slot connections that's going to happen right here and right back here. So you just line all that up. If you have everything right, it should just drop right in and look like that. So now you just want to open this up right here. You want to rotate this around, bring it out, and then rotate this entire section up. So it's sitting flush right there. And again, you're going to have a little nub connection right there. You can take this and rotate this up. Take this wheel now and just collapse this down against the side so it's sitting right there. And we're going to do pretty much the same thing on the other side. Take this, open that up, rotate all this up. Make sure you clear everything. Again, just get that little nub sitting where it needs to sit. Then you can take this wheel and just collapse it down against the side like that. And now we're at the home stretch here, so you just want to undo this section and just split these two halves. Open that up, and then you just want to rotate this assembly 180. Then you're just going to drop it straight down. Make sure it is straight, so it'll just kind of fall into place right there. You can bring these bumper pieces up, bring that up. You can see there's a little tab notch point there, and just rotate that. And last thing we do is bring this arm back in and just clip it back into place, like so. Just drape it down over the side. And there you go. There you have MPM-14 Bonecrusher back in alt mode.